Let's normalize the fact that health doesn't have a look. Skinny fat is a thing too.
Hey everybody, it's Tony with Big T Bariatric and I'm back at you with another video. If you could do me a huge favor, look down below and see if you're subscribed to this channel, and if you're not, hit that button for me. I greatly appreciate it. Leave a like, leave a comment. Let's get the algorithm going in favor of this video, guys, because this is an important message that we need to get out there into the world. There's other channels like mine, the Anti-Bopo Coalition. There's a handful of us who try to get this message out about the dangers of obesity. And this is super important for this reason, because another fat activist has died.
Extreme weight loss star Brandi Mallory has died. Per People magazine, a representative for the Fulton County Medical Examiner's Office confirmed to the outlet that the former reality star died November 9th in Stone Mountain, Georgia.
If you don't know who Brandi Mallory is, she was on the show Extreme Weight Loss back in 2014, and she lost a good bit of weight, 140, 150 something pounds. Like, that's a good amount of weight. And that's kudos to her. She was able to do that, but after leaving the show, her weight loss completely stalled. She decided that it was better to become a fat activist and excuse her fat than to get the rest of it off. Somebody tried to warn Brandi about the dangers of obesity. If you saw the beginning clip, somebody tried to tell her that her organs are suffering under the amount of weight that she's got. But instead of doing anything about it, she tried to act like that just because she's overweight doesn't mean that she's not healthy. Brandi has the same attitude as people like Tess Holliday and Anna from Glitter and Lasers. They think that just because they work out, everything's totally fine. That just because they have fat on their body doesn't mean that they're unhealthy.
Guess what? Feeling sick had nothing to do with me being fat. It had to do with the fact that I had all of these conditions going on that I was leaving untreated because I was afraid to go to the doctor. The thing that bugs me most about this is that one point in my life, I literally believed, like I 100% believed that I could just step into a Weight Watchers, lose some weight, and my life would be better. And guess what? That would have not worked for me. It would have not fixed any of the issues I was facing. In fact, it would have made some of them worse. And I think the thing I deal with now is that every day people talk to me about my health and about how I should be healthier. And it's like, well, I'm doing the best I can. The weird thing is if you like really knew me, if you like were really part of my life, you would know that all of my extra money and all of my extra time right now goes to getting healthy. And it's annoying to every day get on this app and hear, you're not healthy. The reality is that the more I learn about health, the more I realize it's far more complicated than the stupid calories in, calories out mantra that you get to hear from the gym bros of the internet, right? I put that on the wrong place, whatever. It's far more complicated. And for people like me who are facing several somewhat bizarre issues, it's really complicated. It's just really complicated. And the amount of time I have to spend managing said conditions is like a second job. Like, it's a lot of work. So to go on and imply day after day that I don't care about my health is insulting. It's just really insulting.
But the reality is their body is being taxed by the amount of weight hanging off of them. And this absolutely proves it. Just because she works out doesn't mean a thing, because 95% of it is diet. That's right, 95% of it is diet. You cannot outwork a bad diet. No matter how many hours you go to the gym or walk or run or do any of that stuff, if you are constantly eating a bad diet, that's not going to work. You're not going to lose any weight, and you're not healthy because most of it is about diet. And that's the reality there, and you can debate with me and disagree with me all you want to. Look up how long it takes to burn off a single donut and how many people just eat one donut. Look it up. Look at how long it takes to burn off a Big Mac. Look at how many hours it takes to burn off a Whopper. It takes a very long time to burn off high-calorie foods. And yet people are eating them like crazy, and then they think if they go to the gym that they're perfectly fine, that they're perfectly healthy, and just because they're overweight it doesn't mean anything. But Brandi proved that wrong. According to an article from E! News, more details surrounding Brandi Mallory's death have come to light. The extreme weight loss star died of complications to obesity at the age of 40 years old. 40 is very young, guys. I'm turning 40 next month, and this scared the crap out of me, because just because I lost 200 pounds doesn't mean a damn thing, because I still am 200 pounds overweight. I still got about halfway to go. This is according to an autopsy report from the Fulton County Medical Examiner obtained by People. Her manner of death was listed as natural, with the report stating that officials found no evidence of sufficient injury or signs of foul play. She died as a result of her obesity. And what are all the fat activists going to do now about it? They're probably just going to shrug their shoulders and walk off and continue doing what they're going to do, or they're going to say that obesity wasn't the cause. According to the article, the medical examiner said trace amounts of alcohol and marijuana were found in Mallory's system, per the outlet, though they did not contribute to her death. Mallory was last seen on the night of November 8th when surveillance camera footage showed her picking up food from a local Chipotle. Proof that she was not eating the way she was supposed to be eating. She went to Chipotle and she didn't even make it back home. This is according to the Atlanta Police Department. Incident report obtained by People. Mallory returned to her car but never left the parking lot. An employee from a nearby deli called the police on November 9th after noticing that the woman inside the vehicle did not look alert, conscious, or breathing. So on November 8th, she went to Chipotle, she walked back to her vehicle, and died right there. She most likely had a heart attack. And she was in her car the very next day, so she was in the parking lot in her vehicle until the very next day, because she passed away in her vehicle. That's very sad circumstances, guys. This should be an absolute wake-up call to anybody out there who acts like that there's nothing wrong with being obese. Sadly, this is not the last video we're going to have to make about fat activists dying, because we've covered them dying at 26 years old. We've covered them dying at 30 years old. We've even covered teenagers dying because of obesity and what it does to the body. Yes, fat accumulates around the organs, including the heart, including the liver. It puts you at higher risk of stroke and heart attack. It destroys your kidneys. It sends inflammation markers throughout your entire body. It makes it harder to breathe. You're more likely to have sleep apnea and die at night because you stop breathing 100 times per hour. Obesity is dangerous, guys. It's dangerous. Don't let the fat activists try to tell you otherwise. And I get so many idiots, and yes, they're idiots, who come onto my channel and try to tell me how wrong I am about this. I need to be nicer to the fat activist. Are you kidding me? If you can get on camera, despite the overwhelming medical evidence, and say there's nothing wrong with being fat, you are a terrible person and you're leading other people to their death. And I'm sure Brandi caught on to the whole fat activist movement from somebody else, maybe even from Tess Holliday herself, and thought everything was fine. I can just be fat. There's no big deal. I don't need to continue losing weight. I'm fine just the way I am. And here she is dead at 40 years old due to complications of obesity. It doesn't say whether she had a heart attack, but that's a pretty good estimation. I'm going to guess that she had a heart attack. She died in her car. This is disgusting, guys. I know this was a difficult video. I promise the next one I'm going to be more lighthearted. We're actually going to do a funny compilation video, so look forward to that. We're going to add some more humor in there. But I just wanted to make this video today and just talk about how dangerous obesity is. Because only together are we going to fight this dangerous movement. We need to get this message out there about the dangers of obesity. Thank you for watching. I love you guys. God bless you.